Claude have just released a brand new update, as you can see right here, where you can basically have preset options for content creation. Now, I think this is going to be extremely powerful for SEO because you can basically tailor the way that you want to create your content and match it to the styles inside Claude in a time efficient way. And I'll be guiding you through exactly how to use this step by step today. Use an example right here. So you can use it with Claude 3.5 Sonnet and Haiku, for example. And this was just announced literally a few hours ago, like 9 hours. You get a choice between different styles. And this can be really powerful, not just for creating SEO content, but also for creating content for your email marketing, for your social media, etc. I'll come on to exactly what I think you can use this for in a minute. Additionally, you can see over here, also you can customize Claude's responses to match your communication preferences, tone, and structure. Whether you're a developer writing technical documentation, marketer crafting guidelines, blah, 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 you can basically adapt your preferred style of writing. Super useful, right? Because then you don't have to keep prompting it manually or going back and forth with Claude, etc. And here's the interesting thing. You can actually now generate custom styles. So beyond the preset options, you can now generate custom styles for you based on your sample content. Let's say, for example, your website has a very specific style, tone, and feel to the content itself. Now, so you can custom train inside Claude exactly how you write based on what your writing is before, whether that's email, whether that's blog content, etc. And then you can create and customize your own styles based on that. Super powerful. So if you want to get started using this, I believe it's available on the free plan as well. So if we go inside here, we can select Claude 3.5 Sonnet, for example, and then we can choose our style. Now we can click on create and edit styles over here, but let's start off with the basic styles, and then we'll come on to creating our own custom styles later. So if we compare the different styles, right, you got the formal style over here, and as you'd expect, very formal, right? So it's got the bullet point breakdowns, it's written the content, etc. Then it seems like quite a long article. So it's about 550 words right there, and it's just super basic, covers all the fundamentals, very formal. It's like a big block of text, not very nicely formatted, just walls of text, right? Thing that I would say when I'm reading through it is like, I can't really see any AI fluff words when I scan through the page. So there's no mention of, say, digital landscape or any of that sort of nonsense. But it's not a very interesting or good article, honestly. Like if you posted that straight on your website, it's not going to be very nice at all. Let's switch now to explanatory. We'll use the same prompt, write the best article we can about SEO. Again, it still feels quite formal in its style and the way that it's written. What I'd also say is when you're doing these responses, you don't seem to get any formatting inside the chat unless you specifically ask it. So we've tried form. Now let's try concise and see what we get there. So this is a lot more straight to the point, cuts out all the fluff, adds some more bullet points, etc. It's actually the first style that actually creates bullet points and makes something that's a bit more scannable. Honestly, I think out of all three of the methods we've tested so far, so formal, explanatory, concise, etc., I would go with concise. And let's check the normal output and see which one is better. Maybe the normal wins from what I can see here. Yes, this is not bad at all, but it's not great, right? If I look through all the outputs from this, I'm not impressed by any one of them, to be honest with you. So I think one of the things that you can do, and I'll show you how to do this in a second, once this is finished, is you can create your own custom style. So if we go to create and edit styles over here, we can then click create custom style, and we can add writing examples of the content either we've written, or potentially you could probably add in content that you want to write in the style of, right? So if you have a particular brand or a website, obviously you got to be very careful with copyright and how you use this. So you manage that. I don't make the decisions there, but you could probably add some different writing styles of stuff that you like. And then from there, get Claude to write in your custom style. And then every time you want it to write in that style, it's just the drop down box ready to go, right? It's going to save a lot of time when you create content. As an example of that, I'm going to take some of the email copy from our funnels and I'm going to use that to create a custom style that I can come back to when I want to generate content in a similar sort of brand style. One thing I think this would be super useful for is like if you're a writer and you're writing for multiple different brands and generating content for multiple different brands, then you could have a different writing style as a drop down for each client potentially. I don't know if you can create multiple styles, but that would be one of them. So I've inserted an example piece of text here. I'm going to add in some more. Let's take some more emails that I've sent previously. Here we go. And we'll just create a style based on that. So it's now analyzing the writing. It's kind of like creating your own custom GPT, but it's a lot easier to access and it should be directly inside the chat every time we go back and start using it. So now if we go to this particular style, here you can see it's given us a summary based on the content that I gave it. So it says, deliver provocative, energetic marketing, insights, through strategic, compelling storytelling. Now, you can go back and edit that if you want to. Or you can ask it to edit the style. So, for example, we can say, make it even more hypey, and you can kind of have a chat inside Claude to edit the custom style of the tone of writing you want to develop. Then we can hit save changes. And then from here, you can rename the style, delete it, edit manually, etc. Right? If we click on edit manually, you can actually go inside there and add it more examples of text or content that you want to generate content in the same style. Now, in terms of use cases, what would you use this for? Well, number one, SEO content writing. Number two, writing across multiple websites. Number three, if you have SEO clients and you're generating content for them, then you can do this for multiple clients. Additionally, switching across platform, right? So for example, the style that I write in on Twitter or on YouTube community or on email, they're all totally different because you kind of match the style of the content you produce to the platform and what works on that platform. So we've got the style summary over here. And now what we're going to do is preview with an example. So let's just come up with a marketing blog post. And as a sample, it said, write a blog post about sustainable fashion trends. And it's gone full caps lock, as you can see right here inside the first line, which is a bit too far for my liking, but you get the point. And then it's like, right, are you ready to unleash the most epic, sustainable style transformation of your life? Very, very hypey style right there. But one thing that would be really interesting as well is like you see a brand that writes in the style of you. Let's say, for example, for me personally, I love the copywriting that Sabri uses on his Facebook ads for Kong marketing. You could actually take that similar style, plug it into Claude, create a custom style based on that, and then generate content that way. So there's loads of cool stuff you can do with this, and it's very quick and easy to use. And then if we go back off the hype catalyst, you can actually create multiple custom styles, right? And then you just edit them. So for example, it could be like website 1, website 2, etc. Because the way that you write on one website is not going to be the same way that you write on another one, but you can just flick between them, which is pretty nice. What would be interesting as well is if you, for example, are very focused on semantic copywriting, then inside the custom style, so if we go to the hype, so we'll describe the style instead. And then inside this section, you give it some very detailed guidelines on how to write content. So for example, semantically optimizing it, adding LSI keywords, linking to certain articles or to adding internal links from your sitemap, etc. Right? So if we define the style objective, let's just go with, for example, Alex Hormozzi's style, but semantically optimized for the keyword I want to write with. Include relevant LSIs, NLP, and keywords across the page. And then you can flick between these. So you can select, for example, custom instructions. You can describe generally. You can use a specific voice and tone. You can tailor it to the audience, or you can just define the style objective. Now, out of all four of those, I think you'd be either using describe generally or use custom instructions. So if we use custom instructions right here, you can basically have multiple sets of custom instructions across your profiles for writing styles, which is super useful because then you're basically generating your own custom GPTs. But if you were, say, inside ChatGPT, obviously you have to go through the whole list of GPTs. It's a bit messy. Whereas inside Claude, you can just have it as a drop down and it's like, right, respond as this website, respond as that website, etc. So for example, if we take this prompt that works really well for generating content, we'll keep those instructions in and we'll put ask me for my keyword first, then do write in this style. Okay, we've got the custom instructions plugged in, as you can see. Then we'll click create style and now we've got it ready to go. We can rename the style. So I'm going to put like Hormozzi SEO style and then we'll X off that. And if we go to a new chat, then you can select between the different custom styles you got, right? And it gives you a little explanation on the right, which is super useful. So for example, you got normal, concise, explanatory, formal, Hormozzi style, and hype catalyst. So if we select, for example, Hormozzi style, and we'll say keyword equals what is SEO. It may work, it may not, but let's give it a little whirl and see what happens next anyway. And now you can see it's like, right, I noticed you already shared your keyword about SEO. Let me create an engaging SEO optimized article that breaks down this topic in a clear, concise way, right? Then you've got the content written on the right. I don't have to plug anything in. I don't have to think about anything. It's just like, right, boom, here's a keyword, create the content, boom, shakalaka, do your magic, right? And if we take a look at this article, we can actually highlight it. We can click on improve, explain, etc. Let's see where it's coming out at for AI detection. And you can see here, the text comes out of pretty much humanized. In fact, if you deleted that first paragraph, so let's do that. We'll delete that information right here. We'll hit click detect text, and you can see it's only coming out at like 13%. Not much of it really comes out as AI detectable. And we did that in like, what, 1 click just by generating the keyword. Additionally, if you look at the writing style, I would say it's a lot more precise. It's a lot more customized towards the style that you would like for SEO, right? Because it's designed to be interesting, to be able to scan through the page. It's semantically optimized for the keyword we want to rank for. And literally all you did was just go, right, here's my keyword, create the content. Now, if you want the custom instructions for that, what I'll do is I'll take the custom instructions like so, and you get access to that in a minute. But that's basically it. So you can see how powerful this is, how easy it is to set up, how much more useful it is versus the previous version of Claude, and how much it is actually tailored for SEO, right? That's one of the main use cases for that. For example, when I created the style, one of the things it asked me to do a sample of was a marketing blog post. Like I can see how Claude is creating this for writers across not just social media, not just email, not just Facebook ad, but also for SEO as well. So super powerful there. So thanks so much for watching. If you want to get free access to the custom style that I created today, along with this custom prompt, along with 200 ChatGPT SEO prompts, and along with this SOP step-by-step that shows you exactly how to use custom styles for Claude, feel free to get that. It's inside my free SEO course. Log into the free SEO course, go to free SEO tools, and then Claude custom styles, and you will find the video notes right there, as you can see right here. Additionally, if you want to get a free one-to-one SEO strategy session, feel free to book in. We'll show you how we take websites from 0 to 145,000 business a month and generate thousands of dollars in sales on autopilot. On this free link building acceleration session, you will get a free SEO domination plan to discover the secrets of link building, will answer any questions you have. You'll learn the best link building strategy for your website, plus how to quickly outrank, how to 10x SEO traffic based on what's working for us. Feel free to book then. Appreciate you watching as always. See you on the next one. Bye bye.